Rangi Sente Rangi Tashishini Nangi was on Matonga, take us in a sort of producer Dr. Gachis.
So, in this way, examining one's mind in relation with this practice and not getting distracted, and then try to carry through this Guru Yoga in form of supplication prayer.
Then she only so much city. Then yen number Tabachi Gene, so years.
So, in generally, the secret mantrayana teachings that explains that something which is pure from the very beginning.
Then Tatangaro, Tano said, Sionge, and so much chick on the Condonayon, Nedon, Tidon, Lamaton, Lama, Chi, Tanjichi. Yen number Toba Yimbala, Yimbata, the Hibajigeni, Korum, the Nigeni, Drukuris.
So then in the secret mantrayana, that where it explains that pure perception, so in relation with that, one have to have the pure perception with the place, with the time, with the master, with the disciple, with the dharma, that something primordially pure, according to that, one have to recognize, and in that way, one have to carry through practice. So right now, the external, all this existence of world, these rocks, mountains, and stones, and so forth, it is because of our impure perception. But according to the pure nature, then everything is from the very beginning as a pure Buddha feels.
Hajongi or Mojina Soletribi, Person Sobaji, don't know that in the Tongi Matanongin, the Maris.
So the Shakyamuni Buddha's pure field, which is this our world, and all the bodhisattvas that they perceive everything made out of many precious jewels and precious stones, something very pure, not like what we perceive.
Nyingma, what then on the so 2 years of the energy, then I also Madabika, so he won't matter. Dobika to delay and number of Madabaka,
and also as a time that in our relative world, how that time is appeared with the certain kind of just grasping, and where there is a degenerating period of times and so forth. But according to the pure nature, then the time is also just pure in its way. So then the Dharma in general, that all the Buddha's teachings are flawless or stainless, and especially the Vajrayana, within that, what we are just following, these teachings are the just highest of all the 9 yanas. That it is the like the top note of the banner.
Tana Messetile Sonjiri Gomo Ton Lad Milli Land Muguaj, then they teach about Tingirim.
So, if we are capable, then these teachings and practice, the great perfection, has all the essence of the teaching or power that one could to have all this realization within 3 years or 6 years or 9 years, at least by within one lifetime, that one could to attain enlightenment. But somehow we ourselves are not being just quite capable, and then obscured by one's karmic obscurations, afflictive emotions, and then what we think of and we could not just accomplish, and because of that, even we try to do all this dharma practice, we could not just experience or accomplish, and that is just because of one's own fault, not realizing one's own fault, and then just thinking, oh, this dharma teaching maybe not the just the best one or not qualified in that way.
Tibar Tamchi Gile, Mita Marobade, the Dobachi, Yison, Majim Bonon.
So as you have heard in these teachings that such as these Dzogchen teachings, that which is not even just heard the names in other schools such as Shichen and Dzogchen and so forth.
Jele Tene Chu Nansu Lembi Gonza Tanje, when Jagar Poppy in the Inanda, Perconchen John in Inanda, Trubatova Tromeba Shayamato, Junchen at Timaris.
So, depending upon these teaching, those who carry through practice had already have realization and attain enlightenment. So many of them, even in the Arya land of India and also in Tibet, that how they actualize with these realization. So those are the reality. It is not like a story.
So Monsochi Gene Drugava, Konzo Ronso Drugava, they said Lama Montra Momboji. Nelly Trovaton Talon Hiva, don't ever shown this.
So these practices, some are more, kind of individual practices, some even like group practice. However, with whole bunch of these masters and disciples, carrying through this Dzogchen practice, that many hundred thousands of beings together just obtain just enlightenment and also could gain that liberation.
Tata ngaso be sumra dina dukyabi lama sivati yongi asumires du kundu chumi lama tobatambo sharat.
So within the Palyul lineage itself, also there is a prophecy that there would happen about 100 million masters that who is been honored with the just the banner or the umbrella.
Don't be Manoro, Koto Stumjitilla, Genem Batonji, Drubwang, Tekila, Tanduba, Shepherdova, Shadaji Mato, Certain Castle, Damba Nyamsua, meat and Toma Nubaris.
And then during the Palyul Lineage, Rintin Gonsan Sharap, then Pema Norbu come Lundu Khenchen, these three great master lineage time that all the sanghas, the practitioners, mainly those ordained ones, that they just carry through these practices, and many of them could have all this high realization, and even their moral conducts were just very pure, that there is no any name of any kind of fault.
Tata City Chunjung Dahos Nandu the Tea certain pay in the Shangudu Daho returned Lama Nyan Legend, that Odentanji City Chunjung Sumishan, the desert. Zubo Jumona Yasare, Toden de Shashin Novakindu, Consuala Shashu Sueres.
So the Situ Chunjung, that the previous master, that when he was there in Dako, where Wellness place is, in eastern Tibet, then there were a whole bunch of the retreatants who are, many lamas who are doing retreat practice there, and then when they just, when they invite, Situ Chunjung, then a whole bunch of them, they just, come running like, just deers running in the forest.
What the didn't Lama City Chunjung, the Tombor Sheon, the Sasaji Jonjus and Bakata Remado, Gonza Papa Mendusus.
So as these retreatants who are doing retreat in that place, and then they just kind of, report their, just practice according to their own experience and whatever sorts of recognition or realization they have. And then, Situ Chunjung said they are almost, everyone has obtained the bhumi, which means, the realization. There were just, very few who are just not having realization. So in that way, just always there were lots of practitioners constantly doing all these retreats and accumulating mantras and getting through different just levels of practice. So, Palyul Rinpoche, when he was in his place, then from the eastern direction, always he just sees a kind of light, white light or just rainbow color. So then at that time, just Palyul Rinpoche asked, towards the eastern direction, which monasteries are there. So then many disciples, they said, oh, just, at that time, there is the Katok monastery.
That Katok doji then Jando good gone let it come. Kurta Kule, Yamishan or something, the name of Nima just looked. So then one time Palyul Rinpoche thought he wanted to just visit, Kadok Torchiten, that temple, and then, he just packed up all his, luggage, and then he just started, walking almost 10 days. And then when he reached to Katok monastery, then again that just rainbow, just he sees towards the eastern direction, and it is not just really at the Katok. And then again he asks, beyond these, whose monasteries are there? And then they explained there is the Palyul monastery. Then